fucking stupid fucking Jesus.
What happened?
How fucking hard is it?
What did you walk into? You get like tangled up in your Christmas lights and you still have one? Jesus.
Yeah, and then I fucking fell out of the window onto the back of a truck and it drove me to the Hudson River.
I'll take any river but the Hudson.
So are me and
Others
Flame
for
going to be a
landing
part of
point.
this, or should we just...
Sonic, just don't be weird all the time.
Are we gonna have a guest?
Just don't be too annoying.
This is the Texas edition.
Yeah.
We complain about it raining
Team
every
Abs
now and
goes
then.
to Texas.
audition?
Yeah, okay,
We
we're
just
actually
need
live
Rod.
in Texas.
Do you want me to speak in like the most Texan accent?
No.
Yeah,
No.
let me hear your best Texas. Let me hear it.
Are you wearing a cowboy hat?
Do you have a cowboy hat?
I do not have a cowboy hat.
And you need a lasso.
I now have some serious doubts about your Texan authenticity.
What, do you want me to
Boys
ride a
from
horse
Austin.
to school?
Alright. There is a way that he can save this, but if he fucks what I'm about to do up, then he is going to lose all Texas credibility forever. Sonic, finish the phrase. Remember.
I don't know.
There you go.
I was about
Yeah,
to
dude.
say.
I'm not that stupid.
I almost said that instinctively. And I was like, oh wait, I gotta wait for Sonic. Like it was just left in the ether there, and it was like killing me that it wasn't finished.
Yeah,
Remember the car keys.
if you didn't say that, Sonic, if you didn't say that, then
Those were
I would
all
think you were
Tennesseans,
from
by the way.
Oklahoma.
Oh my god, dude,
Just,
shut up. Can we not do this right now?
Hey-haw.
So, are we going to do an introduction for this podcast, or are we just going to start out roasting each other again?
No, no.
I don't
I get-
remember what happened
This
last
is,
time.
oh yeah, you were gone. Also, for this
It was
podcast,
several sheets to the wind.
I'm staying up here for this one, so I don't have to, like, run back down, like, sit there and
No one knows what you're talking about.
worry about my... I'm staying at my Xbox for this one, as opposed to the last one where I was using my phone, because when I have my phone, I could sit next to the computer, make sure it was recording properly, but I don't feel like doing that this time, so we're just going to kind of hope that it works.
Let's see, let me make the party invite on me real fast.
Okay.
Well, never mind.
Well,
Is dead.
Fine.
If he just invites me to a party, oh fuck! Right now he needs to get back in this party
God.
because I do not feel
That was
like
a loud thunder crack.
I will be facing the Braves in the World Series.
Aggressively kicked from the party.
way to fucking go, jackass! You just got fucking launched right out the goddamn party.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Hang on. Thank goodness we made a party
Atticus,
invite on me.
was he trying to take my spot in the...
I didn't kick you out. Hang on.
Yeah, Sonic's like, I'm the new one.
This is my chance.
He's like a fucking beer hall putsch here.
Oh, dude, he saw his opportunity. He tried to go for it.
Dude, you gotta respect it. You gotta respect it. You're also banned from Aborigines forever, but you gotta respect it.
Dude.
And I'm going to cancel the jump to premiere, edit out your run, and
Hey, that
Put
was a good
Spider-Man
run.
over it.
If you take out that run, I would be jailing.
dude, the era of Aborigines where I was just learning how to use Vegas, so I was like doing a bunch of stupid shit while I was learning how to use it. That was probably the best, the best thing ever. Like when we had the joke where Hunter was Canadian, and then I just put like Nickelback up on the screen, and then like a fucking Mountie. Oh, dude. Their early season 2 was fucking hilarious.
I mean, Hunter just wants to be a big rock star.
Same.
No.
Like, how obsessed
Look
he
at
was
this
with Spider-Man.
photograph.
Oh God, why did we do that? What was the thing with Spider-Man there? What was that joke?
Well, this guy's talking geek cheated. I don't know why you put Spider-Man.
The dancing Spider-Man. I'm not sure why I did that either. Oh god, dude. Yeah, we're just gonna have to hope that this podcast doesn't
We started.
lose itself in
we
cyberspace.
Did we start?
We've been started for like 10 minutes, dude.
Oh,
Wait.
Okay, yeah. So we got
I
our
didn't know
special
this.
guest from Texas.
hi, internet.
Dynamic Texas duo
Hello,
here.
everybody, and welcome to the Aborigines Podcast. I'm here with our guests, Sonic Fan 1019-3 and Flamosaurus, of course, joined by my co-host Double Ump. Now, Double Ump, do you have anything to say to our fine guests today?
I hope you're not dying because I know there's a little bit of rain in Texas, and apparently that freaks Sonic out. Please try not to die.
Mass
What they say.
suicide
If you see an arc
sweeping across the state.
floating around, then that's when you should be worried. Okay.
Yeah, there's
Like,
a
little
very
bit of
mild
rain, I think you'll
showers
be fine.
right now. I think we're all
It's
gonna
70
die.
degrees.
Dude,
You're
what
going to
if,
be okay.
what if Noah was just a massive conspiracy theorist, and then when the flood actually happened, he was like,
The original conspiracy theorist.
Oh no.
Yeah, don't mind his other theories about like, this volcano is going to turn everyone into goblins or something.
yeah, the fucking lizard people.
Yeah, that one didn't come true.
Like Planet of
But
the
we
Apes is
all
real.
remember the one that did.
Yeah, you just have to be right
Dude,
once.
If I could come up with one conspiracy theory and it would be right, I just know that for the rest of my life, like I would never have to. I would never have to try again.
There's a billionaire, quote unquote billionaire, who like tries to predict. He kind of looks like you, and he
You
just
think
tries to
everybody
predict
looks
stuff.
like me.
This guy looks like you. He's like, oh, this guy's gonna predict the next market crash. It's
No,
like,
you
got it
look
right
like
once.
everybody.
But the last 20 times,
Why is your guitar sound like a dying cow?
my prediction is this COVID 2021 is going to be started from these weaponized mosquitoes that Bill Gates
Yeah.
is trying to use to wipe out malaria.
Weaponized mosquito. Are
Oh
you
my
going to
God.
give them? Are you going to give
Backfire.
This is
them
probably
like
why
pistols?
Bill Gates' wife is divorcing him, dude. Fucking hell.
That and
Weaponizing
his connection
mosquitoes.
with Epstein, but
Yeah.
I mean, someone gonna be coming after me.
So,
Oh,
So,
here's a conspiracy
uh,
theory. What if Epstein actually did kill himself?
That'd be tough.
Anyway, not moving on from that.
I love how the
He
like,
died
the
from
thing
COVID.
that they
He was the
want you to
first
believe
COVID
is
death.
now the conspiracy theory.
Anyway, so how much do you remember from the last podcast?
I remember afterwards, people were praising us for calling out Roblox kids.
Yeah, everybody got a little bit weird. Like, it was like we said that in the video, and like the next day, all the big kids were like, "All right, you little fucks, go watch the Aborigines podcast." He's just
Yeah, I felt like I
Apparently
got
we are the
nominated for like
moral-
to do like a TED talk about like Roblox kids. That's what Hunter made it seem like. It's like,
Yeah,
we got to put this
he
guy
said
on
that
stage.
every frustration
out.
that
Gotta give
Hunter
him, like,
ever
a
had with a
slideshow.
Roblox kid. Every frustration Hunter ever had with a Roblox kid was immediately alleviated by us saying that. It was, and then
Look,
I've had.
You can go back
How-
to it, man. You don't just didn't count anymore.
We oh yeah, yeah. We're halfway through season 3. Jokes dead. A message from Joey Davis 808. Someone let
Oh,
Joey
he's
know
gonna
that we're
want
like
to. No.
hard podcasting. We can
He's
get
gonna feel
Joey
left out?
Davis in here. We can
Alright.
get Joey
Is
Davis.
this
You
just
asked
gonna
for it.
be? This is what it's gonna be.
Until we get bored of it and decide to kick everybody out.
Okay.
Come on up, Joey Davis.
What a
It's
nice
called the
intro.
Aborigines Podcast, right? Not Up and Swan Podcast.
Yeah, it's called the Aborigines.
Which makes it funnier
Podcast.
because it makes less sense.
Oh yeah,
man.
Joey,
You
you're
gotta
on
keep
live
that
TV.
branding. It's not live, Sonic. I don't
care.
Sonic. It's
So anyways, I was gonna
Oh,
try to
yeah.
start off with so did you watch these shows over the last week or so? Maybe recommend anything?
Well, today I watched the entirety of. Okay, hold on. I have to explain that. Do you remember a show from the early 2000s called Between the Lions?
No.
Okay, this is going to be really hard for you to understand then.
Oh no.
Between the Lions.
Wait, let me guess. Between the Lions is it's a wildlife documentary about. It's like
already wrong.
it's a wildlife
It's not like you
documentary
would never guess.
where they're
You would
where
never
they're
guess it.
documenting the rival prides of lions in Africa, but they tried to set it up as a live action Lion King.
Trump is actually trying here.
Yeah, I think that was like the Macbeth storyline or whatever. I think they tried to do that. Like they went out there and they dressed the lions up.
What? So they're furries
And
is
then
what you're
there's
saying.
guys-
And then
Yeah.
they accidentally burned them all.
They're like
alive
whatever
in
the
final
opposite
scene.
of furries is.
I don't.
The opposite of.
Their cats would like to dress up as people.
So like
Oh no.
the opposite.
Yeah, instead
then
of
play
just
Shakespeare.
ripping off the plot and doing it with lions, they wanted lions to literally do Macbeth.
Yeah.
No, Between the
It
Lions.
ended up being a ripoff of the movie Cats instead.
Between the Lions was a children's show from the early 2000s that aired on PBS, and
How do I not know about it?
it was a show about a family of Muppet lions who the dad was in a band, and at the start of every episode, an announcer rabbit would come out of a hat and introduce the band. They would play a song, and then it would completely change format, and it would be like a fucking sitcom, but it was educational.
Oh no.
And in the
You said to
middle
watch this
of-
why?
No. I didn't watch it. I'm just trying to explain what I did watch. So I watched this show a lot when I was a kid. And I have a lot of nostalgia around shit like this, like stuff from this era. Like this is like 99 to like 2003 era, you know, like very special era. And the biggest part of nostalgia for me focuses on these weird little animated shorts they would have in the middle of the episodes, sometimes randomly, called The Adventures of Cliffhanger. And
What,
it
like
was,
the Price is Right person?
they would be 2-minute episodes, and they would also be educational, and it would focus around a man named Cliff Hanger
What a
who
name, dude.
hangs from a cliff all the
Wow.
time. And every episode is about him trying to get down from the cliff. And
Jump.
it is well,
This
it's a
seems
very
like
high
this seems
cliff,
like a
Joey.
safety hazard.
So
That's how you die, Joey. Anyway, so this
What? Did you have to solve math problems to like get him down from said cliff?
no, it was more based off of like words and stuff. It would be like the word of the day was A, so he would like like there would be like on the top of the cliff there would be like a girl named Anne the alligator, and she would like use a fucking
British.
Oh,
I
I
don't
went
know.
rock climbing the other day. I think they started adapting this into real life because I was like halfway up and I was like, "Here, do an algebra problem."
yeah,
What?
they're always like
Everybody
those
got the room. Do an algebra
TV
problem.
shows for
Oh,
3-year-olds.
Jesus.
Don't they always have like British commentators?
No, but so there were 35 of these little shorts made, and today I spent a good bit of time watching every single one of them in succession.
Why?
Did it ever make it down?
Okay, I'm back. Sorry for being gone.
He
You didn't miss much.
did. I think
So
he
the
did
Between the
eventually
Lions
make
thing
it
was
live.
Well,
not a
I'm aware of
documentary where someone got eaten.
No,
I did
nobody-
see I did see a fake documentary. It was just a movie that they tried to make, but it was clear the only reason the movie was made was because they knew a guy who owned like 100 lions,
Bleh.
and so they
Like,
just
you
filmed
have
at
to,
his
like-
house.
Tiger.
And then
You watch
Yeah,
a lot
it
of
was
B
just-
movies.
I want to own 100 lions.
yeah,
One
what
thing
it's
one thing I did want to ask you for this podcast is like so when you were a kid, like in elementary school and middle school, did you like read a weird amount of like a weirdly a lot of amount of really fucked up kids books.
Oh yeah, like Creature from the Black Lagoon, that kind of stuff.
No, I don't mean like the horror stuff. I mean like books that were just like normal books, but they were like fucked
But there was
up.
like a diddling in them.
Like I once read a
I
book.
remember in
called
7th grade, there was an actual rape in this one book we read. It was very
God.
specific.
Jesus.
It was the line about the girl feeling his sweaty balls across his forehead or her forehead. I was like, what?
I feel like
Whoa.
Why were you reading this?
I'm
That-
pretty
that is
sure
not a
this
children's
is a
book.
rape fantasy.
That's
Yeah,
not
it got weird.
Well, dude,
Got
I
weird.
remember I once read a book called The Taste of Raspberries. And
no.
it was a book about this kid who had a best friend. And then one day the best friend is stung to death by bees. And so most of the book is him trying to cope with this death, the death of his, lifelong best friend. And at the end of the book, instead of managing to cope with it, he just makes up an imaginary friend and runs out in the yard and starts talking to him.
So they're
and the
pro
book
schizophrenia.
ends.
Excuse me?
The book ends with the mom just standing in the kitchen, looking out the window, watching her kid like suffer emotional trauma. And that's the book.
Pretty good
That's the
ending.
whole fucking book.
They didn't really
Okay,
have
wait,
that
what
messages
did you say
pinned
this book
down
was
in
called?
the early 2000s. Okay, it was still a work in progress.
Weird shit going on. It was like, I don't know. But there is one specific one that I really want to bring up because I really hope somebody out there also read this. For some reason, at some point when I was in school, I think maybe 5th grade, I read this short story about a guy who was looking for a city that was in the middle of the desert, but no one could ever get there because they say you can't find it on purpose unless you strip yourself of all like human ego and pride, right? So what he has to do is some old guy tells him he has to take off all his clothes and walk out into the desert. And so he does. And then he finds the city. And then he's in the city. I think some stuff happened, but he's walking down the road. And then there's a butterfly that lands on top of an old lady's head. And the old lady's eyes roll back into her head and she starts puking. And she keeps going. Meanwhile, this butterfly starts projecting a voice. By the way, there are like 2 people just sitting next to the old lady on the bench. But this butterfly starts like projecting a voice that says that if the guy kills the butterfly, he will live forever. And so the guy walks up and he breaks the butterfly in half. And then the people are like, why would you want to live forever? And he's like, I don't know, it just sounded fun. That's literally what he said. And so then, in this city, there's a king and a queen, and the queen just gave birth to a baby. And the queen is unbelievably obese, by the way. The queen just gave birth to a baby, and they're having a big ceremony in...
This is the prequel to Humpty Dumpty.
A big ceremony in this cathedral where
Except
the main
Ump's
the main character, who is now immortal, is sitting in the back of the cathedral, and he sees the baby, and he hears the butterfly's voice in his head that says, "That's a demon baby, go kill it." And the main character can't bring himself to do it. He sits there and he doesn't do anything. So then this weird sequence, like shit starts breaking loose. The baby turns out to be a demon and he kills the king somehow. And then the queen starts running away. Remember, she's literally... It
I
describes
played a
her
video
as,
game that was kind of like this.
It described the queen as so fat that she had to have servants running beside her, holding up her fat.
Oh, so you say a kid's book, it's like it's a novel now. I thought that was like a picture book. I was like,
No. It wasn't like a picture book. It was like a... It wasn't even like an actual book. It was like a short story that I read somewhere. I think it was like for a test I did. And
Probably found on the black market.
and so this shit gets weirder. So the queen is like running away from this demon baby, and the servants are trying to hold her up so she can run. But then she like starts really, really quickly losing weight, and she ends up being like really skinny. And then
What?
I don't remember what happens to her. Some of this is getting kind of murky, but I do remember that the story ends with this demon baby saying that it's going to take over the world. And by and the way it's going to take over the world is it's going to populate the world with its own
story?
demon kind. No, it's going to populate the world with its own
That's what
demon
Jericho
kind.
is about?
And so then the story ends with this demon baby. It literally says that the main character was forced to mate with this demon baby for the rest of time, and the world became overrun with the world became overrun with this demon baby kind.
What?
This is literally the first time I've ever talked about this out loud. And I literally
I need to know what this is called.
I literally think about it almost every day.
I really wish that you never said anything about that.
Swan, do you need therapy?
It literally gave me some of the worst nightmares I ever had in my life. Like, this was a really, like, if you thought it was bad hearing me explain it, reading it is way fucking worse. And only saying it out loud makes me realize exactly how fucking whack this fucking book is. So,
Yeah, see, at first I was like, oh, I think I did read that, but then this was like a picture book where a guy, he's like, you gotta go to find this lost city of gold or something in the desert. And he goes out there and hallucinates it and dies because, like, in his mind, he's there in the desert. And an hallucination.
that was a picture book?
This is a picture
He died
The
at
guy
the end of
dies
a
at
picture
the
book?
end.
Like, are you serious? Are you fucking pulling my leg right now?
He's like, ooh, I see
like,
the oasis
Getting,
now,
like,
or whatever.
swarmed
Like, yeah,
by, like,
then it's like,
flies eating his flesh in a picture book.
But yeah,
it just
that
should have
was,
passed out. In the
What,
sand.
you haven't read that one?
I was like, okay.
it's just weird.
I guess it was
like,
educational and like, don't wander in the desert alone.
Yeah, because we needed that lesson. You're RoboCopping a little bit. Yeah, you're RoboCopping a little bit.
Fire doesn't have a mic, so something needs to replace him.
Anyway, so
Yeah, remember there was we had a short story about some guy in a futuristic society where he finally was able to, have free will and escape, but then he got shot right at the end and died.
Oh, Harrison Bergeron?
Yeah.
oh, I think I read that.
And then I remember what's the British one where the guy gets poisoned? His cup of tea.
Cask of Amontillado or something. I don't fucking know.
The Count of Monte Cristo. I don't think that was it.
That is not what I said.
So, earlier, not earlier, but the other day, Sonic called me British.
No,
That-
that is
this is
very
no,
Sonic,
this is
we do
canon.
not call people that. We do not call people that. In these
That
parties.
is a slur.
Hey, just
No,
because I hang out with like 15 British people doesn't mean I'm British.
No,
need to get new friends,
Me and
Joey.
Patrol disagree. It is canon that you are British and a cat.
Okay, first of all, I can
That's
send
canon,
you
you're
a whole
from
bunch of
Oklahoma,
messages
Sonic.
that
Alright, let's not do this.
I thought the rant from last week magically cleared everything up. According to Hunter.
party with the party that I was in. You
Kill
would
your children.
not want to be here right now. Okay?
Let's get the timestamp of the last video. Let's refer everyone to that.
So I read this other book one time, and it was a story about this kid who was like going through puberty, and at the same time, his dad became a famous inventor and became really rich. And I like had these really weirdly detailed scenes of him spying on his hot neighbor.
Is this where
It's
you
kinda
got that
sus.
one story in the
Okay,
Halo
that's
Olympics
a
about?
fantasy.
And it like it had like a really weirdly detailed description of the first time he ever masturbated.
He probably really enjoyed it, didn't he?
Like, how old
Fifth
were you
grade.
when you were reading these
Fifth
books?
grade. Fifth grade.
Fifth grade.
Oh dear.
What's
Fifth
worse,
grade?
fifth
I
grade
mean, that's about
masturbation or
the
seventh
average
grade rape?
time.
That's the title right there.
It's probably the 7th grade rape, honestly. I mean, rape's just worse than all of that.
Now I know what it's like to be demonetized.
I'm gonna call this podcast fifth grade masturbation, comma 7th grade.
Just call it the not PG show.
With the 14 and 18-year-old.
I mean, PG.
We don't wanna hear
This is
canon.
parental guidance. You don't want to be a
Alright.
cyrus. You don't want to.
The kids
I think
can stay
I
in the
started this by
podcast.
talking about shows.
Well, no. Oh yeah, you. Okay.
I was
Well,
even
talk
talking
about
about
abs.
I think
though.
I just brought up
Yeah.
the book thing.
Like, isn't
No,
this an
weird,
average?
They try to mess with your mind.
Yeah,
Maybe
this is an
whatever.
Aborigines podcast, which means that we need to keep the kid energy down a little bit. This is
Well,
the
I'm
show
messaging
about how
people
great
right now,
Swan
so
Song
go
97
ahead.
is.
This is PG-13.
And also, I'm Double Lump is there. Yeah, this might be a little bit better if I scoot down the party here. You see, I'm at the top of the party on my screen. I'm up here all the way at the bottom. And I kind of have to yell so you can hear me. So if I
Shows
just
you
move
two
down
right
a
now
little
on my
bit-
screen.
if I just move down a little bit, you should be able to hear me pretty good.
Sorry about Lottie help over here.
I guess Joey doesn't. Anyway.
I know it's your alt.
Okay, cool. Good job.
Yeah.
Excellent.
I get a
I made
sticker
literally
now.
zero effort to pretend it wasn't my alt. But
I
alright.
just noticed it. I don't really care. Alright, moving on to actual abs.
So, anyways, I watched Invincible.
Flame's good.
Have you seen that yet?
I haven't, but I've seen the memes.
Oh, dude, it fucks hard.
I'm just
A
kind
lot
of
of
over
male on
superhero
dude
stuff.
rape. You know.
Dude, what the fuck? Why is it always about rape when I talk to you?
He just likes to talk about his daily activities, you know.
Okay, Sonic,
He-
you don't need to talk
He
about
wishes
that,
rape was
alright?
one of his daily activities.
Okay, this is getting out of hand.
All right.
Dad. Ow.
He's not
Yeah.
that bad a person, okay? We can.
Anyways, what's our roundabout? Let's do a jumping roundup. We got is Flame. You're doing a course.
Yeah.
Doing Disturber
about
1
to start
done.
editing.
Oh, did you like finish the running?
Disturber
the
1's
tournament?
finished.
Yeah,
and
I
no
got
one's
all
knows
25
who's left to
runs.
run.
Who was your final runner?
Sonic, I have told you many times, okay?
It was
No,
Johnny
you
It's,
haven't.
Hernando.
it's feet pick burglar, alright?
Anyway,
That's a tough burglar.
kid energy's getting a little high. Let's bring it down. Sonic, you're running a course that me and Double Lump still have to run.
Yes.
That we will run.
Yeah.
Cool.
So
No, probably-
and
I imagine-
Joey
it's-
also.
No, I don't.
Never mind. He's pulling the Atlantic and
No, I
retconning his own
didn't.
course.
Oh, speaking of Atlantic, I hate him now for just
No,
doing
we are
that.
not. We
We
are
are
not
not
Do
doing
talking
not
about
say
Atlantic
his
in this
name,
podcast.
okay?
What is? Are we gonna
Didn't
get
we start off
demonetized
by
for saying
saying his
that?
name?
I don't know, but dude, I am
Oh,
just
whatever.
if
Let's just
we
not talk
say
about it. Let's
anything
move on.
about Atlantic in this podcast, then he's gonna bring it up in the Discord and he's gonna bitch about it every time I talk to
Saying
him.
it right now.
And I don't have the fucking energy. Okay? Also, I really, really wish that we had never come up with the Pacific Champ joke, but that's all I'm gonna say. And then we're gonna move on to something else.
See, I was going to say, I've started editing 8 for my course, and it's already over an hour and a half.
Yeah, jump
That's the one that's
clocks
going
in-
on right now, right?
Jump suit
Yes,
clocks in
it's
at,
the one. It's 8's the one that you need to run.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Anyways,
Jump
go ahead,
Jump
Swan.
two
is,
going?
is clocking in at just over an hour. Like literally like an hour, 0 seconds.
How many hours
and,
did it
like,
take to edit it?
It
Compared
took
to,
at
an abs?
least it took at least like 12 consolidated hours to edit Jump, while Abs takes about 3.
How many flop pieces are there? Was there like
There,
what was
There's
the
like a
budget
little-
on Jump? Is there like hors d'oeuvres, like after every run?
no,
Is there
there's,
like everyone gets fluffed? There's like there's a instead of a cuck fluffer, there's like a
no, it's not all that. It's
jump fluffer.
It's just there's like a little intro bit, and then there's an obstacle introduction where I just kind of do a vocal
Is it as long
introduction
as
of
the last
tournament.
abs? Because that was
It's a little
some veins
long,
were probably
but
open.
it's a little long, but people like that shit, I guess.
That's what she said.
Okay.
Sonic, shut up.
She said that some veins were open. Okay, no, but
Yeah, well that's
Oh, that,
No, that's what you
that
said.
brought down healthy.
What do you think the cause
So-
of that? Most of the veins were open.
But
What's wrong with
then
that, though?
there are only, I think, 2 replays in the tournament, and I think that they're
Okay.
pretty. Or
And they're
3.
both cheese.
There are 3 replays. One of them is cheese.
I
But-
swear
Oh my
to
God.
God, Swan, if it's the other
Don't
one,
give
Abs
cheese
25,
It's not like the one.
I'm
in
going to
Abs.
open some veins now.
I wasn't
Um,
even referencing.
Can we
that.
compile Cheese's all-time screen time? And why did we give him the most?
Why
Those
isn't he
replays
banned
take
yet?
up at least half of his screen time.
But
Has he even like beaten stage 1 on anything?
He beat one.
I got to stage 3 in 2 of my tournaments.
Okay, you're not supposed. These are rhetorical questions, guys.
Well, okay.
the point is,
Oh,
That's
don't
a
ask
blow
them.
off.
anyway. So, oh fuck.
So we're stupid, alright?
I also
We are
have
not
like
smart.
profiles, but they're not like the whole. Next up is Joey Davis 808. You know.
Oh,
Why
if
would
you
you
do like
even
an
give me a
anime kind
profile?
of intro, you know how they do at the end. Next time on Jump Warrior, and it's just like a quick little, you just like a quick little Joey Davis popping up. You know, he's like a little
No,
hunchback
it's
in the
just
corner
cheese.
over there.
No, it's not even. It's
Like, his
not
eyes
even
are kinda
Why
Why
am
it's
am
just
I
cheese on
part
that
of this
same replay.
conversation?
No,
You know,
the way I do the profiles in Jump though is I don't do that. I
You
just
stalk him and go to his house and be like,
yeah.
"Watch as Joey Davis prepares for his run."
It's,
It's like,
it has
he's
nothing
like sitting
to
on
do.
his couch.
You get like the you. You
It
get
has
like
nothing
why
to do with him as a
sound
jumper.
camera.
You just see him, like,
Literally
brushing
just
his
like a
teeth.
psychological
Yeah.
evaluation.
He's like combing his hair. He's like clipping his toenails. He's like, I gotta get ready for this.
He's like sitting on the couch and you have
and
like
eating
the
a bowl of
dramatic
soup.
like shots of his face,
No.
like Bachelor
No,
style.
but if you've seen Jump 1, I'm doing profiles the same way, where it has
my
like
God.
a little picture of them and a little video
Speaking
of
of-
one run they've done before. It lasts like 20 seconds, and then it's on to the next thing. It just gives me a little bit of time to kind of hype up the next runner. But literally, okay, so
I just need to message Sonic something real quick. Hold on.
okay, dude, but so
It's like this is
If-
equivalent of
if
kids
you're worried
passing
about-
notes in school.
if you're worried about Jump,
What are you guys doing?
If you're watching this and you're worried about spoilers for Jump, don't listen to what I'm about to say. That was your warning.
Censor.
If you're
But-
worried about spoilers through abs through all the way up through 20, because we do have the scripts finalized for those tournaments. We know what the results are. It is Bill does
Yeah,
get 5 more total victories. Just get a heads up about that. And
That's what you don't have, Sonic.
you know, the writers' room. You know, it was very interesting. I mean, we were all thinking maybe we should go with like a Snoz or something kind of out of left field, but I think it is right. It is really Phil's story. He needs to close the deal out before we kill him off next season. So.
Yeah, well, he might have killed himself off this season, but no, but stage 2. So first of all, over half of the field cleared stage 1 because I didn't expect anybody to actually practice.
Okay, how many guys were in this tournament?
25,
Jesus.
and 13 of them cleared.
Oh man.
Would be worse.
I didn't expect anybody to actually practice, and everybody fucking practiced. And so there are 13 stage 1 clears, and then I believe
Apparently only
there
Alex
are-
practiced for abs.
How's that possible?
Who's Alex?
Is he
That's
just
all
like
Alex
the
is.
obstacles or something?
He's the new sweaty.
It's a
Lando.
joke.
Oh, you mean that
He's-
weird
he's the-
fucking kid in the
he's-
Discord? The
Yes,
one that I
Yeah.
that
fucking-
one. That one who
The
never
only
shuts
Spanish
up.
kid we know.
Dude, I don't know him.
Damn.
I have no idea
That's
who
a
the
good
fuck
thing.
he is.
That is a good thing.
He's done flabs a couple times.
I don't remember. Fuck. No, but fuck what was I saying? Oh yeah, so then there were 8 stage 2 clears, so I literally fast forwarded half of stage 2. Literally there were
Did
6
mine?
fast
Whoa, whoa,
forwards.
whoa, whoa! Did my stage 2 get fast?
Your
forwarded?
stage 2 did get fast forwarded, son.
Let's go.
I hate you.
You're okay. Joe, you didn't even.
Well, next time just fail earlier. That way he doesn't have to fast
Yeah,
forward.
can I get fast forward? Is that okay, Swan? I just don't want to.
Is this so you can retire in peace, Joe?
Too late, kiddo.
We mean retire in peace.
Aren't you retiring?
Oh,
Yeah, everybody's retiring
mean-
these days. It's all the fucking rage.
I'm about to retire from
Retiring
life.
is the new trend.
before seems like I care. I don't.
should
It's the same
retire.
way that quitting your job is a new trend in like fast food.
Yeah, a lot of people quit their jobs in fast food, Sonic.
When has quitting your job not been a trend in fast food? What are you talking about?
Fast food.
No one
blows.
makes it 2 weeks. Like, what's the over/under on like a new hire? You're working at Arby's. Go. Like, what's the over/under? 10 days? 14 days? Like, if you're Vegas right now, you want to put like a betting line? It's 2 weeks. Right?
Dude, you know what I love to do is the other day I went into Arby's and I was at work, and so I was with the guy I was riding with, and we were just going there at the end of our day to get some food. And there was this manager who was just like chewing someone out and just being a total fucking dick about everything, you know? And so I just so loudly said, "Wow, that guy's a real fucking dick, ain't he?" Just like really loud, because there's nothing he can do. You know, it's like, dude, I'm sorry you overheard a conversation I was having with my buddy, you know?
My bad. You overheard this extremely loud
It-
conversation I was having. The guy 2 feet next to me. My bad.
And I just know that everyone who works there, like, I was their hero that day. I just know that for sure.
Oh, dude, they were a fanfic about you that night.
Oh, yeah.
And it's gonna be the next generation's short stories, right? The kids growing up. It's gonna end up with some kind of demon baby at the end.
No, stop!
Oh,
No demon baby!
We're not doing this again.
Oh dear.
You give me fucking
In the short
spaghetti.
story, the Arby's workers are going to unite together and kill
I've actually,
their
believe
manager.
it or not, I've never
chop his head
been
off,
to an Arby's in my life.
and then feed it
Roll
to
it
you
down.
I haven't either.
because as
They
a
have
godlike
the meats.
sacrifice. And then you're going
I'm
to
sorry,
convince
Flame?
the main character who's
They
like some
have the
high school
meats.
kid, like his first
What
job.
type?
Boom, 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 boom.
You see your
God,
Z
thunder.
have
Every
to
type.
go through some kind of maze. You know, like in the back of Arby's, there's like a weird maze in the freezer or something.
Dude, I mean, has anyone here seen the back of Arby's?
Well,
I've
we're
never
stuck
been to
one.
one, so I wouldn't know.
I've never
I was
seen
in
the
These
Yes.
guys
front.
worked at Arby's. They were like those 20-year-olds who would try to date 13-year-olds because they would bring them into the back of Arby's. Because that's where all the
This
stuff
is
goes
not
down.
what I wanted to hear today.
That's where all the demon babies spawn.
I swear to God.
If a demon
You-
baby
you would
apocalypse
know.
is going to happen, the epicenter is going to be the freezer of an Arby's. Guaranteed.
What shrooms you tripping off of, boy?
What shrooms
Dude,
aren't he tripping off of?
Okay, so I was high at work today.
Oh my god.
What a way to
I was-
start off a story.
The guy I was riding with was also high. And
Oh,
we're
that's
sitting
great.
there and we're talking and we're like, fuck, what were we even talking about? It was just like... We
You were talking about
some-
man. Do you
something
have
to
any
do with
weird
the
short
fu-
stories you were read?
No, basically, I said something. It doesn't matter what I said because what he was about to say had nothing to do with what I was about to say. And he's like, yeah, you know, and I think a lot of that's because of social media. Let me tell you about social media. And he just launches into this whole fucking rant. And this man literally sits there and talks for an hour and a half. Tangenting off, is that a word? Just tangenting off of himself for an hour and a half. And it was the most amazing thing I've ever watched. Like, I was just kind of curious to see how much this one guy could talk without any fucking feedback from me. And if you want to talk about legendary fucking stories,
Oh, dude, like at
dude,
some point you left and went to the gas station, came back, and he was still going.
yeah.
Like he started talking about like NFTs or something, you know.
Well, it's like it started with him talking about social media, and then like it ended up going into a. Oh, no, okay, I remember what it was. I said something about. I said I would rather everybody that I ever met be 100% crystal clear, brutal honesty, as opposed to people, you know, like being fake about it and like not telling you what they think. And he says, yeah, it's called compassion. And one of these days, compassion's all that people are going to have left. When all of this society comes down, we're all going to be out in the fields looking for food, and compassion is going to be the only thing that is going to get us by. And he's like, all this stuff we have, I love technology as much as the next guy, but it's not sustainable. This is only recent, and it's just, he goes on and on and on. And literally, it had nothing to do with what I was talking about.
Yeah, you mentioned the mosquitoes.
He did not mention this. I guess he hasn't.
Dude,
heard
what if
about
the
that.
mosquitoes started logging onto Twitter? Because they're like,
Oh no.
that's gonna be the new, oppressed race is the mosquitoes that we created just to kill malaria.
God damn it! And then we have to make reparations to him when Bernie is doing his 27th term as president. As Bernie.
It'll be like
Bernie.
17,000.
It's like that dude in Fallout Vegas. That's gonna be Bernie. We're gonna hook him up to a machine just so he can be our overlord.
Seriously though, Bernie is like, all politics aside, Bernie, he's like 78 or 79. He looks like at least 200 years older.
Yep.
At least when you look at him, that you don't question whether or not he's a reptilian from the moon.
He's a reptilian from the moon. No, this guy that I was just talking about, he's a huge conspiracy theorist. Like, I remember...
Is he Biden moon alien? Is that it?
Dude, he's got all kinds of shit about.
Is he an
hollow
Obama
Earth theory.
Is he one of those guys?
No,
who thinks,
he's
Obama's
he's real big into Hollow Earth.
Okay,
Hollow.
that's where
I haven't
the
actually
come
heard
from,
this.
not the moon.
And he's also a
Flat
Bible
earther?
profiteer.
Oh,
No,
that's
he's
great.
one of those
Hollow
people
Earth.
who thinks that
Isn't that,
everything
isn't
that,
that,
was said in
isn't
the
that just
Bible.
Godzilla? Do you think Godzilla's real?
He thinks that it's very likely that something like Godzilla does exist.
Like what?
What's the
like,
conspiracy? It's
a
like these
magical
movies are
Yeti?
like they're just trying to make it normal for him.
Well,
They're trying to like get us ready.
he is very. He does talk about predictive programming a lot.
Like,
Where,
remember
like-
the plane porn? Where they wanted to make
What?
it okay for us to watch people get blown up in the Middle East.
The fucking anthropomorphic plane porn.
Yeah, is he one of those guys?
No, he is not an anthropomorphic plane guy. I don't think he's heard of that one. That one's a little bit. That was a little obscure.
That's a little
That's
high
not-
class. That's like
that's
you gotta
not
be,
just-
you gotta be deep
that's
into
not-
the conspiracy.
That is not a conspiracy theory you just hear, like, walking around.
I mean, probably more believable than Godzilla showing up at this point.
You're never just gonna be walking down the street going to the drugstore and then someone's gonna be like, "Hey, bud, heard of aeromorphs?" It's not just gonna happen.
They're like, yeah, I used to read those books as a kid.
Oh no, dude, fuck Animorphs. That shit was so. Do you want to talk about fucked up kids books? That shit was pretty fucked up.
Yeah, were they able to choose whether they like could switch? I don't remember. I just remember like seeing the covers.
Yeah,
and it's like,
well, they
oh.
could unless they stayed switched for more than an hour, and then
Well,
they were just
they're
stuck
stuck.
like that forever.
And that happened to kids.
Can they just not swim?
It happened to one character. He's just stuck
That's
with a
tough.
fucking hawk for like the rest of his fucking life, dude.
Oh, good thing it wasn't like a cow or something. You know that we.
That would suck.
Well,
dear.
they're not very useful to us anymore.
He's like, you're off.
It wouldn't be bad being a hawk. I mean, just flying around. Flying
I'd
through
rather
the
be
traffic,
I'd rather be a
200
house
miles an
cat.
A house cat, dude. Out of
I would
anything
never
you
want to
could
be a
be.
fucking house cat.
Yeah,
I would
Dad
wanna
would be like a whale or something.
I would want to be a wild hamster.
Nah, dude, I wouldn't want to
Okay.
get viciously murdered by the hawk that forgot to switch. You know what I mean?
Or maybe just
Oh,
go be a
no.
fucking pussy and don't get eaten by a hawk. How about have a little bit of fucking excitement?
Yeah,
in
no,
life,
you want to
huh,
be
bud?
like you'd be like a Nile crocodile or something.
Crocodiles could work.
You'd be like alligators and crocodiles.
Dude,
Those seem like
oh,
the
no.
chillest animals.
I want to be a fucking otter, dude. They just fucking swim around all goddamn day.
And they're
What if someone's like dynamite fishing that and you just get fucked up?
Dynamite. I don't know if people
And
actually
just live with
fucking dynamite
consequences.
fish. I think that's
People
lunatic.
still electric fish though. Shock fishing.
Yeah.
That would
Oh,
probably
dude,
not
no.
be great if you're
I
swimming.
wanna
You just
be-
get shocked.
I want to be a.
I wonder if it would kill
fucking
an otter
seal.
though. Maybe it's just like, it's hard to find drugs as an otter. Like maybe the shock fishing is kind of your drug. Maybe get used to it.
Maybe it's like
That's
maybe it's like a turn on.
Yeah.
Maybe otters.
It's
get
like, if
turned
Puma
on.
wears shock collars, maybe he kind of looks like an otter, right?
Bruh.
Right?
I mean, if you squint hard enough,
Dude,
It's like, wait,
he's our friend.
Puma's spirit animals definitely.
You can't say shit like that about your friends. Oh my god.
we've all said much worse.
Oh my.
We have to make it a
fucking
trend
god.
now. We have to shit on Puma at least once per episode.
You remember fucking tattoo artist Puma?
Okay,
Yeah,
I
what was he
need to
now?
hear
Like,
this.
College Puma. Tattoo artist Puma is way better than college Puma.
he's being like, experimental, college Puma.
Not a phase dad.
Yeah. That's his face. It's not a face death.
The ultimate phase. Anyway,
You guys are kind of great.
I really hope Puma didn't watch this far into the video. Because he kind of said some shit that was a little bit uncalled for.
I'm pretty sure we did him worse last episode.
What did we say last time?
I don't remember what it was. Oh, I might have accidentally linked him to pedophilia.
Puma is not a pedophile.
Um,
That escalated quickly.
My attorney asked me to make it known Alpha Puma is not a pedophile.
yeah, Case, I'm expecting a letter by some lawyer in the mail here in a couple days.
Yeah. Or
A
just his
letter
dad
from
is gonna-
Mr. and Mrs. Pizzetta.
Puma's dad is just gonna come find you.
Yep.
From the owners of Pizza Hut.
Dude, I would fucking old lady for some Pizza Hut right now.
I had Domino's last night for like the first time. Like
That's not pizza,
what's-
that's cardboard.
you worked there.
Yeah, when I made the pizza there, it was good. Because I can actually do my fucking job, unlike every
He got
other
fired, so
fucking...
Swan he's now out for vengeance. He's gonna start his own pizza shop. It's gonna
Okay,
be.
first of all, I was wrongfully terminated.
DHG Fireball's hot dog stand.
Well,
I was,
beating
I
up
was
black
fired
guys
because
is not.
I won the fight. If I hadn't won the fight, I would not have been fired.
Eh.
But because I won, and because I very easily won, and because the guy I beat up was a friend of the boss's...
Wait, whoa, what fight?
Don't worry about it.
Were we supposed to talk about abs at some point? Or?
Yeah, I guess. Sonic, ask us a question about Aborigines.
I haven't watched enough Aborigines to ask you a question.
Get out right now. Get out.
Fuck out!
You think you know somebody?
Sonic,
I've made that
You
very
think you
clear.
know somebody?
Sonic, I want you to start watching Aborigines tonight.
Wait. Did your mom
Leave
like
the
walk in
party
on
and
you?
watch every
watching
single
abs
abs
once?
tournament right now.
It was
No,
like, we can't be associated with that.
Here, okay, I have a good question.
Shush.
When will Fenby come back?
His Sonic's YouTube account is yeah, he put his actual age in there. Like he's not allowed to watch
I did.
ads.
Are those videos actually age restricted?
I'm sure.
I'm pretty sure.
Most of them.
I'm pretty sure around half of the Aborigines videos are age restricted.
Oh my god.
All of them except for the one where Swan told Vulcan to commit suicide. That one's like, YouTube was like, yeah, okay, he's got a point.
You know what? Screw it. I'm gonna look.
Can you even look at stuff like that?
It's in the description.
Oh god, ding
Oh,
dong.
is it?
Hang on one second.
I know.
I think it
Irish
does.
Irish said that some of them were age restricted. That's what he told me. So maybe Irish is just a big fat dirty liar. Grand slam, grand slam, grand slam. Oh, you fucking piece of shit.
Okay, looks like gotta look on.
There's a good
Speaking of
question.
Grand
Is
Slams,
the show worth
So we
getting?
got
This is now a review of MLB The Show. Is it worth getting?
yeah, no one cares.
We are not doing a review of MLB The Show.
But I mean, UNC's kind of they're kind of a little bit of a baseball school, right? Have you kept up with them at all?
They have
They're
Matt Brown, their football school.
They are a football school at the moment.
Yeah, they're a basketball school.
It makes
Especially
me
after
really happy.
Roy Williams just retired. So,
Oh my
hard
god.
football school.
Let's talk about one stadium, and then we'll let you be in consideration to become a football school. Okay.
Coming from a fucking Tennessee Vols fan.
Yeah, the Vols are almost a blue blood school.
Grand slam, bitch.
Wasn't UNC ranked like top 10 earlier, and then they fell off or something?
I'll say the only
Yeah, we
baseball
got
game
the
I've had is
baseball.
RBI
We're
17.
talking
I
baseball,
think
yeah.
I legitimately burned it in
Oh.
fire.
Yeah, I don't know.
For the Nintendo
Texas
Switch,
doing
mind
good?
you.
I think we're like top 5.
Yeah.
Let me see.
I think Texas is going to be a national seed. Way better than UNC is.
When people ask if I know double ump, I say no. I do not know double ump.
College baseball.
Well, it's usually a cop like answering, knocking at your door. It's like, do you know this guy?
No, then I'm like, he lives in his address is.
His
You
social
somehow
security
know my
number.
address.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are number 5, and Tennessee's number 4.
I know your address.
Who is that directed to?
A little frightening.
No, that's directed to the viewers.
Yes, he knows it.
You want me to say it here in the podcast?
Yeah, let me get doxed real quick.
You want me to tell everyone what your address is real quick?
1234 Street.
It's 1229B, apartment 1, Grasshopper Road.
Of rehab for, rehab
Probably
facility.
censor that.
Yeah, censor that. Anyways, abs. I guess we're almost done with abs. Now that's one. I guess we'll start editing at some point.
Yeah, now that I finished Jump 2, I have to immediately start editing Abs 26 and then running.
While
Jump 3.
running Jump 3.
Yep.
So we'll be having a
it
fun
took 8
time.
months.
This is definitely run its course 3 times over. We should probably close up now.
What, the podcast? Shit, how long have
Yeah.
we been fucking going?
Like 3
How long?
hours.
How long? No,
Jesus,
Uh,
alright. Hang on.
How long has this podcast been?
Thanks for Sonic enjoying being here for the first and most likely final time as participants in this podcast.
Okay, yeah,
been here
thank.
for like
It was
10
fun,
minutes.
I think.
That was good.
Just did.
Yeah, we already did. Like,
This
fuck
was
it. Let's
good.
go. Let's move on. I gotta get out of here.